Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for this quick look at whether or not we're going to see any snow that'll impact travel tomorrow or Thursday. If you saw my forecast from yesterday morning, it was a little bit of not quite sure yet whether or not that was going to happen. Looks like in terms of impacting travel, basically we're in good shape. Tomorrow we could see a little bit of snow and it could potentially coat the ground even here in the southern part of Vermont. Northern part of Vermont, northern part of New Hampshire will see a little bit more snow. They could see some travel impacts. Basically, if you're north of 89 in New Hampshire, north of, say, Plymouth, especially north of the Notch in New Hampshire, if you're headed in that direction, or if you're headed into the if you're traveling in the Adirondacks, then you can have some issues. But otherwise, we should basically be in pretty good shape weather-wise on the roads. And on Thursday, there was a question of whether the second round of precipitation from the storm coming through would start off as some frozen precipitation. It doesn't look like it's going to. At this point, it looks like rain. So let's take a quick look at radar and see why that's going to happen. You can see we do have our two slugs of moisture. This first slug of moisture here, which is in the form of rain and some snow now, will come through mostly as snow tomorrow, but as you can see, it's weak. There's not much there, and a lot of it's going to slide north of our immediate area. So in southern Vermont, we could see a few light snow flurries and showers. It could coat the ground with like a dusting to a half an inch, but even then I don't think it'll accumulate on the roads. It'll be a little too warm for that. And then this second batch of precipitation here in the Mississippi River Valley will come through, and that will provide us with more precipitation, but it looks like it'll all be in the form of rain. And so why is that happening? Well, two reasons. One, let me get my mouse over here. Temperatures in the at the surface, you can see that first round of precipitation in front of that warm front that's going to move through is temperatures are in the 40s, mostly over Ohio, and upper 30s in Michigan. That's headed in our direction. It'll be actually a little cooler than that tomorrow, and that is cool enough to support some snow. But the surface temperatures really do warm up after that. We've got 50s and almost to 60s here across the Mississippi River Valley. We will not get into 50s and 60s on Thursday, but we will be warm enough for rain, and we can also see that at the mid-levels of the atmosphere. Basically, this blue to green line, that's the freezing line in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, and often you obviously want to be on the cold side of that for snow. And you can see right now we are, but all of the wind associated with the storm is pushing strongly from the southwest, and it's going to push that warmer air aloft in over us as well. So we will be all rain, it looks like, even for the second round, and the first round of precipitation looks quite light. Thank you for joining me. Thanks again for everybody who supports the channel, particularly for my patrons. And we will be back. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon for my patrons with a look at the weekend forecast. Everybody else on Friday morning. Until then, take care and happy Thanksgiving.